Hello everyone, TheMrTrails here. Today we're checking out the new Koshai Dauntless trial, and this is one of those ones that has changed quite a bit. Drop a like for me, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and let's get into it. So, Koshai Dauntless trials used to have the Styxian Sacrifice, Fortifications, Vicious Vigor, and Thick Skull modifiers. Styxian Sacrifice would summon Styxians. Gross. Fortifications adds extra health to objects created by behemoths, being the vines that Koshai would spawn. Vicious Vigor would heal Koshai whenever it dealt damage to you. And Thick Skull would make it really difficult to stagger. And this has been changed to now we have the Flaming Tail modifier for normal trials and the Fortifications modifier for Dauntless trials. And Flaming Tail is just going to set you on fire if you get hit by specifically the tail. And what these modifier changes mean is that this trial got quite a bit easier for the casual players out there. For the very casual player, the Vicious Vigor modifier is a nightmare because the Koshai would heal quite a bit every time it dealt damage to somebody, and based on how many times you were getting hit, even if you weren't going down, this could literally add minutes to your trial. And this would even count when you got hip checked by those claw swipe attacks on the opposite side of him, when it would deal basically no damage to you. It would still heal quite a bit off of that. So without that modifier, Koshai is going to feel pretty normal. And top level of speedrun should also kind of appreciate these changes because the Thick Skull modifier is gone. Or if you don't like strikers, maybe you don't really appreciate these changes. Because without Thick Skull, this basically means strikers have the ability to compete on this trial. Sword has been historically good in this trial because you couldn't stagger it, so that meant that you had a ton of uptime for the Avenging Overdrive parries. And then repeaters have been kind of viable for top times as well ever since the refresh. Basically all the top 5 weapons have had their time to shine on this trial, but strikers should be a little bit more consistent about getting 3 part breaks over sword, and repeaters are not going to have the advantage of those extra staggers. Without Styxians, Thick Skull, and Vicious Vigor, this trial definitely becomes a bit more playable. And I would say that's the case whether you're a casual or a top 5 competitor. But I would say as long as you like fighting Koshai, then you'll probably like this trial. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you for watching. I have been Trevor. I go by TheMrTrails, and I will catch you guys next time.